Hi there everybody and welcome back to the Bluepath training channel. Today we're going to be working on Excel's insanely strong Vlookup function, and if you want to follow along, a link to the demo file is in the description below. So let's get started. What I'm looking to do here is we've got a table and it contains all of our office supplies. Funny enough, we're calling it our office supplies table. And then we've got this inventory checker table here over on the side. And what we like to do is with this supply, we want to be able to type a supply in there and then have that return a quantity of that particular supply, and then the storage room in which that supply is located. So we're going to use Excel's Vlookup function to do this. So first off, I will click on the quantity cell, and I will go to the lookup and reference Vlookup. Now what this does is this brings open our wizard here for our function, and we've got a couple key components. The lookup value is the value that we're going to be looking up in this table. The table array is going to be the table that we're going to look that value up in. The column index number is the column that we want to return the corresponding value from. So in this case, supply is our first column, quantity is our second, and storage room is going to be our third. And the range lookup, well, that's a true or false switch, and we're going to put false in there because we want an exact match. Let's make this happen. So I'm going to select lookup value, and I want, in this cell here, I want to look up the value in supply. So I'll click on paper here, my B4 cell, and you'll see that it goes in here. So I'm going to look up this supply in this table. If I go to table array now, I'm going to choose what table is going to contain all of my data. So it's going to look up paper in the first column of our office supplies table. Next, we're going to use our column index number. Now, that is just a numerical reference 1, 2, 3, and it's going to refer to which column we're pulling that data from. Starting with the first column in the table, that's 1, then 2, then 3. We're trying to pull quantity, so we're going to pull it from our second column. All right. And then finally, we have our range lookup, which is a true or false. Again, as I mentioned earlier, we want to put in false because that means we're going to look for an exact match, not a partial match. So false it is. So I'm going to look up my supply in the first column of my office supplies table. And then I'm going to pull the corresponding value from the second column, column 2 here. And then I'm looking for the exact match. When I hit OK, we'll see that it pulls 7, and I can see here that the quantity for paper is 7, so I am in fact correct. Let's do it again for storage room. I'm going to go to lookup and reference, Vlookup. The lookup value is the value that I want to look up in the first column of my table, so the supply, or in this case paper. The table that I'm going to look that value up in is the same table as before. And the column index number, we're going to pull the corresponding value not from the first second, but from the third column. So we'll put a 3 in for that. Range lookup will be false, so we get our exact match. And when I hit OK, boom, done. And that's it, super, super simple. Now let's just do a quick little bit of testing here. So if I choose pencils, if I type that into my supply, you'll see that these values will change because it's now looking for pencils. The quantity and the storage room now show up in here. And if any of the values in my data table change, so for example, we use 2 of our pencils, we're down to 3, you'll see that the quantity changes here. Or if in fact we move the storage room to R2, then it will change up in here as well. And that's it. If this video was of value, please hit that like button as it really helps to get the video out there. If you want to get more notifications of all of our future tutorials, please hit that subscribe button. And from all of us here at Bluepath Training, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.